The two people on the plane knelt on the floor, their faces frozen in terror. An eerie sound emanated from the cargo hold. The woman cautiously opened the door to investigate, while the man held his breath in nervous anticipation. Yet they found nothing unusual. But the moment the door closed...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Don't touch the red flag!
The bolts on the door latch were shaken loose, and the door began to warp. As the tower lost contact with the aircraft, its location showed it parked on an abandoned apron. The station chief instantly grasped the situation, immediately ordering the closure of the taxiway and requesting backup. The plane sat there in utter silence. The fuselage felt cold, devoid of any warmth, as if it had never taken flight. All the window shades were closed, with only one dim blue light glowing faintly. The station manager immediately instructed his subordinates to notify all departments. Soon, a large contingent of police and relevant authorities arrived. When conducting infrared life detection, the aircraft's surface temperature was so low that the situation inside was completely unreadable. Audio life detectors also failed to pick up any movement, except for an eerie breathing sound that was definitely not human. Two officers immediately boarded the plane in full gear. Everyone was slumped lifelessly in their seats.
Oh my god.
The two officers immediately examined the bodies. There were no bruises, no discoloration, no signs of struggle, no blisters, and no traces of chemical agents. The entire scene was eerily unsettling. Rem speculated that the incident had been sudden, and they had departed without suffering. Then he noticed the body of a young girl. Her eyes were frozen in terror, staring fixedly straight ahead as if she had seen something horrifying. The music in her headphones hadn't even paused yet. Like the other passengers, the girl seemed to have had her breath frozen in an instant. Then, under the ultraviolet light, they discovered copious amounts of splattered liquid. This substance covered nearly the entire cabin, appearing to originate from some kind of biological organism. Immediately, the two split up. Rem headed toward the rear cabin, where the cargo door had been destroyed. Rem inserted detection equipment. The floor below was nearly entirely covered in the splattered substance. Nora was tasked with inspecting the front cabin. Two flight attendants lay collapsed in a corner. Suddenly, the cockpit door swung open. Ground personnel immediately urgently demanded Nora leave immediately. This door should normally be locked tight. They feared unpredictable danger, but Nora insisted on investigating. Ending communication with the ground, she aimed her flashlight at the pilot.
Nora, I'm coming!
4 passengers had miraculously revived, while the remaining 206 had perished. The 4 survivors were immediately isolated for examination, showing no abnormalities. Rem questioned the captain about the incident, but he had no recollection whatsoever. They then asked if he had noticed any unusual odors. The captain only recalled operating the aircraft for landing before losing consciousness. The other survivors also had no memories, feeling as though they had merely slept and awoken to the current situation. At that moment, staff reported to